Another day, another Star Wars rumour. Another rumour about Rey. The Rey movie. Rey Skywalker. Rey Palpatine. There's a rumour that her payday has been revealed. Not overly sure how that would have made much sense, but there is one perspective sort of option, you know, on how a monetary sort of quote was revealed. Agents leaked it, so it sort of boosts her price tag, I guess. But anyway, payday, rumour to be revealed. It's not massive amount, but it's interesting. And then there's also rumours she's going to be joining another film. There's also rumours she's going to die in her film. There's also rumours it's going to just appear on Disney+. It's all over the show. But some rumours can discount others, I believe. So the rumour initially of her payday, I think, can discount whether it's going to appear on Disney Plus or not. But we'll see. It's not a 100% solid lock-on logic with that one with Disney, because they do stuff which doesn't make a lot of sense. But we'll dive into this today. Hit subscribe if you're new here, folks, and turn those bell notifications on. Let's check it out, shall we? So Daisy Ridley's massive Star Wars payday has been revealed. It's not that much, actually. It's not that much at all. And again, the only way I can sort of foresee this as being revealed is that it was leaked by one of her agents. So Jeff Snyder, in his new newsletter, is an okay leaker. He does some stuff completely correct. Not 100% track record. But in his newsletter, he basically shared that her fee was $12.5 million. Right? Apparently that's her fee for this. It's not actually that much. I mean, it's a sizable chunk. Apparently it's a lot less than what she would it's a lot more than what she would normally ask for. Sorry. So yeah, interesting that it's more. Interesting that she's able to secure that, because obviously her career is not exactly at record heights right now. She's not exactly done anything really since these films. She's done some stuff, of course, but nothing of note. So it's fascinating. And then there's the other rumour as well that she could appear in Sean Levy's Star Wars movie as well. So there's that. Now, $12.5 million. Do I think she's worth it? No, of course not. I struggle to realistically see how anyone's worth that level of money. I think some people are, I guess, if they make, you know, they bring in like $1 billion and the movie doesn't cost $500 million to make. But yeah, $12.5 million is a lot of money. But would I say no to that? Absolutely not. So you get your money, Daisy. Honestly, go get your cash. But like I said, that can potentially discount some of these rumours. So there's a rumour she's going to be killed in her movie. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that's the case for a few reasons. Simply because, primarily, I don't think this is the case. Primarily because this is Kathleen Kennedy's self-insert character. Side note, anyone that says self-inserting themselves, don't say that. Doesn't really make any sense. You self-insert. It's implied that it is yourself that you are in, you know, or the person you state. It's very odd. Anyway, but anyway, this is Kathleen Kennedy's self-insert, right? So I just don't believe that she would kill her off. And she would mandate for her to be killed off. I just don't believe it. It comes from Doomcock. Loads of people will cite that he's been right with respect to Star Wars leaks in the past. He actually got those leaks from Reddit and Jedi Paxis, because loads of people were talking about them all at the same time. I'm not trying to say he's like a liar or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that I cannot believe for 1 second that I just can't. Do you think Kathleen Kennedy would kill off Rey? Like the current state of, you know, Lucasfilm and Star Wars, they're going to kill off their leading lady? I just don't believe it. Now, this is pure feeling. It's based on how things have sort of gone with respect to Star Wars. So I'm not basing my disagreement on any facts. Right? I'm not. And I'm happy to admit that this is all based on an educated guess. I just simply can't believe that Kathleen Kennedy would mandate that her self-insert character gets killed off. It doesn't compute for me. And then the other rumor is that this is going to be dumped on Disney Plus, which, you know, it comes from WDW Pro is a pretty decent source, right? It's a friend of the channel, decent source, but I'm not sure whether I believe this. So he said, we've been reporting on this channel that we think it is rather likely that REY could be going to Disney Plus because it can't make it at the box office. They cannot open it up to that level of scrutiny because we don't see any path forward for them to manage to make money off this thing. I agree with all of that. I don't agree with them that being the reason why that. I don't agree that they believe that, because if they believe that, they wouldn't greenlight it to begin with, if that makes sense, right? So you got to consider a few things here. The logic doesn't make too much sense that they know that they can't make it, but they're going to still invest $200 million into it, but just chuck it on Disney Plus. I don't believe Lucasfilm would willfully do that. You know? I mean, they would willfully do a lot of stuff, and maybe I'm being a bit naive, and I'm sure some people would say I am. But it doesn't make too much sense to me that they'd rather throw it on Disney Plus, which is a black hole of cash anyway, and they know that no one. If you know, let's put it this way, as a thought experiment, if you know that this movie isn't going to make any profit in terms of theatres, why would you then choose to put that on Disney Plus? Because the aim to put it on a streaming platform would be to boost subscriber base. But if it's not going to draw any customers into a theatre, how would it balance the sheets out if you're going to put it on Disney Plus? It's not going to draw new subscribers in because the interest isn't there. Therefore, ergo, I don't believe they believe that this will not make money. I don't believe it will make money, but I don't think Lucasfilm believes it will not make money. I think they genuinely believe they've got a good idea on their hands. And he also says, we've also been reporting that REY cannot carry a movie on her own, and so the only Star Wars character remaining that they could strap on to this movie is baby Grogu, little baby Yoda. The problem with that is that they'll have to age him up, and the problem with that is they need to wrap up the Mandalorian story to strap him onto there. Yeah, I mean, I agree all of that, but I just don't believe that they would. Yeah, and they say this, it looks like, and according to this source, Sharmina Bay-Chinoy is very public and positioning this as she's a woman of colour, it's time for her to be in charge, that she's being so forthright in this kind of DEI language in order to protect the film from being cut even more drastically. Yeah, I don't believe they do that either. And what is being alleged is that the Walt Disney Company, although I cannot prove this independently, that the Walt Disney Company, many of the higher-ups are extremely squeamish, and squeamish is the word that was sent my way in regards to the viability of this film. They're quite nervous. Yeah, and they've said about 2 iterations of the script. I don't know. I just think, as a thought experiment, it wouldn't make sense for them to be like, yeah, this film's definitely not going to make money, so we won't put it in theatres, so we'll put it on Disney Plus. It's not been greenlit, you just wouldn't make it. See what I mean? You literally just wouldn't make it at all. So that's why the logic doesn't compute to me. It's not the same as like Batgirl, for instance, right? So Batgirl was made under a different CEO to David Zaslav. Greenlit, different people working with DC. It was made, it was edited, it was ready to go. David Zaslav comes in, he's like, what the fuck is this shit? No, we're not going to release this. We're not going to put it on HBO Max. We'll take it as a tax write-off. Now, that is the action of someone that knows full well that that film was going to bomb, right? That's what that says to me. This would just put themselves in a further black hole. So, there you go. REY Rumour Roundup. I guess. Say that quick 10 times. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, this is not me throwing shade on anyone. Whenever I say these things, people are like, ooh, you blah, blah, blah. I don't have to agree with my, the peers in the industry of what I do here. And I can disagree with them in a polite way and justify it. We don't have to all agree on things. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop them down below. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe, turn the bell notifications on. If you want to support the channel further, please do send over a super chat Yes, I've got super chats going at the moment, at all times, via Streamlabs. It's a really, really cool thing. Really, it just, it gets answered in the next podcast. It's a good way to help out the channel. Or become a member or a Patreon. Links down below. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.